Christine Brennan. Like, it is a bad look. It is a bad look. It's like going for a freaking, if you're a critic, it's like, imagine if, I don't know, Bill Russell said something, rest in peace, Bill Russell. But imagine hypothetically if Bill Russell was alive and Bill Russell said something positive about Caitlin Clark and they went for Bill Russell. Who had them, like obviously Bill Russell maybe had more impact in the sport of basketball than anyone else ever. Other than maybe Michael Jordan. But Christine Brennan is the GOAT of women.
Recent developments have emerged regarding veteran sports journalist Christine Brennan and her forthcoming publication examining the Women's National Basketball Association's handling of rising star Caitlin Clark. Reports indicate the league attempted to restrict Brennan's access, raising eyebrows among media observers. Brennan, widely regarded as the most influential female sports correspondent in history, recently discussed her upcoming work during an appearance on a prominent podcast. The publication appears positioned to scrutinize the WNBA's conduct throughout the previous season, particularly regarding their relationship with the Indiana Fever rookie.
Speech, receiving bad emails, just simply block them. Guys, with all that being said, let's check out some of this footage.
There was a lot of people from Indiana on there.
Hell yeah, it was like their whole starting five was in the top. Their whole starting five was on that list. Their whole starting five, even folks that came off their bench was on that list, bro. No cap. That's crazy, bro. But that really show you the influence that like Caitlin Clark got.
No, that is, bro.
Her influence.
The exclusion of Clark from the Olympic roster stands as one of the most debated decisions in recent women's basketball history. Critics argue this choice lacked both strategic and commercial merit. Clark's absence from the team eliminated significant international marketing opportunities and fan engagement potential. At 23 years old, Clark demonstrates remarkable media savvy and global appeal. Her interaction with international reporters showcases maturity beyond her years, exemplified by her gracious response to a Hong Kong journalist expressing admiration for her game. Such diplomatic skills would have enhanced Team USA's international presence substantially.
Sports reporting. But, like, here are some of the clips of her talking, and this is on the Adam Gold show about her upcoming book. But it's not, it sounds like it's going to be as much as anything an expose on the WNBA last year. And I mean this when I say this, the WNBA deserve it. Like, I think we didn't see things anywhere near as badly. I talked about it earlier in the stream. Post,
The Olympic squad faced unexpected challenges throughout the tournament despite ultimately securing gold. Early deficits against Japan, Germany, and Belgium exposed weaknesses in the roster construction. The team's reliance on veteran players, particularly those dealing with injuries, created strategic vulnerabilities. Chelsea Gray's inclusion, despite mobility limitations from a foot injury, proved problematic. Operating as the sole point guard, Gray's reduced speed became a target for opposing teams' fast break attacks. Multiple games featured opponents exploiting this weakness, nearly resulting in upset losses.
It's insane.
And people
bro.
try to say that, like, what?
Like,
man,
come on,
I'm stuttering. Like, come on, G. Like, let's just state the facts.
Like,
bro.
there's
You
folks
talking
coming
about,
off.
let's state the
Like,
facts,
come on, bro. You got folks coming off of her bench, like off of their bench. That's in that top 40, bro. Like, her influence is crazy. Like, you can't even hate on it because it's like
You got motion.
you got like real deal motion.
You got motion, bro.
Real deal motion.
Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve, who also served as the Olympic team's head coach, drew criticism for her social media activity regarding Clark. Reports indicate Reeve posted negative commentary about Clark before the season commenced, questioning the appropriateness of such behavior from someone in her position. The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee's failure to address this conduct raised questions about organizational oversight. Having a national team coach publicly commenting on potential selections while maintaining active social media criticism represents a concerning precedent.
Post Diana Taurasi game. Post Olympics, when she was just the second best player in the league after Fee Collier. Coming in those last couple of games through the playoffs, when she won a player of the month, when she won 3 player of the weeks in a row. Like, I think at that stage people were really just like, okay, yeah, we can't really say much about her. But yeah. Early on in the season, I think there was a lot of stuff.
Clark's rookie season statistics ultimately validated critics of the Olympic selection process. Her performance metrics during the selection period surpassed several chosen players. Following the Olympic break, Clark's dominance became undeniable, earning multiple weekly honors and establishing herself as the league's second most impactful player. The stark contrast between early season skepticism and late season recognition highlighted the premature nature of initial dismissals. Clark's ability to elevate team performance and generate unprecedented fan interest demonstrated the short-sightedness of excluding her from international competition.
Oh, shit. Now, that was Courtney Williams speaking about the All-Star voting, man. I did a video yesterday pretty much explaining it, y'all. Lexi Hall had more votes than Angel Reese. I mean, damn near every player on the Fever had more votes than Angel Reese and pretty much a lot of these big-name stars in the league. Now, that wasn't the only thing that Courtney Williams went viral about yesterday, and she talked about receiving hate mail and hate speech. Check out this footage right here.
I think you just got to be built for it, man. The internet is not a real place. So I think when you treat the internet like a real
The forthcoming book promises to document these controversies in detail, potentially reshaping public understanding of the events surrounding Clark's rookie campaign. The WNBA's reported attempts to limit Brennan's media access suggest organizational concern about the narrative's potential impact. Current sentiment regarding Clark has evolved significantly since the season's early stages. The initial resistance to acknowledging her impact has largely subsided as her accomplishments speak for themselves. However, the documented early season treatment and decision-making processes warrant examination.
That will probably get exposed, and honestly, it probably will be deserved to be talked about. But yeah, anyway, let's take a listen.
And basketball, you just see, if anyone hasn't seen her answer the other day to the Hong Kong reporter, it's all over Twitter, social media, wherever you go, just Google it. Look for it, where she's a man from Hong Kong says, I'm here, and she stops. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to go to Hong Kong someday. Tell him.
Clark's global marketability extends far beyond domestic audiences. Her potential presence at the Olympics would have generated substantial international interest and attendance. The decision to prioritize veteran leadership over commercial appeal and competitive advantage represents a missed opportunity of historic proportions. The controversy surrounding these decisions reflects broader challenges within women's professional sports regarding talent recognition, media relations, and strategic marketing. The upcoming publication may provide crucial insights into these organizational dynamics and their consequences for the sport's growth trajectory.
place, that's when you get everybody like, oh my God. But it's like, bro, you don't know these people in real life. Just press the block button, bro. Just press the block button and then move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take your time one night, go delete everything, block everybody, and then you don't got to worry about it no more. But
if we're off the grid, can't listen to your podcast.
Oh, well, it ain't for them. The people that want to be there won't get blocked. The people that showing love won't get blocked. If you on the internet acting like...
During a recent podcast appearance, Williams provided candid commentary about the current All-Star voting landscape. Her observations highlighted the remarkable influence Clark has demonstrated throughout the league, noting that multiple Indiana Fever players have secured positions among the top vote-getters. Williams specifically emphasized how Clark's effect extends beyond individual recognition, stating that the entire Fever starting lineup appeared prominently in early voting results. Additionally, several bench players from Indiana managed to accumulate substantial vote totals, demonstrating the breadth of fan engagement surrounding the franchise.
Hello, I'm sorry I didn't meet all of them. I mean, there's no athlete who even remotely acts like this. I mean, and she's 23 years old, 23 going on 40 or 50. I mean, the way she handles questions, think of the international appeal of Caitlin Clark. She would have been a one-woman dream team. And that is what...
And they're not wrong. Like, she's not wrong. Like, I mean this when I say this. If Caitlin Clark was on the Olympics team, I would have been at every single game.
The Minnesota player characterized Clark's influence as extraordinary, acknowledging that such widespread support represents genuine momentum within the fan base. Williams described this phenomenon as undeniable evidence of authentic fan engagement rather than artificial manipulation. Beyond discussing voting patterns, Williams offered perspective on handling negative online interactions that have accompanied increased attention to women's basketball. Her approach centers on practical solutions rather than prolonged engagement with hostile commentary.
You know you wouldn't act if you was in front of this person in real life. You deserve to get blocked. And I think that's what more people need to do. Just block the people and move on, bro. Like, this is what we wanted. We wanted more eyes on the game. We wanted more people talking about the game. Whether it's good or bad, it don't matter. If you don't like it, block them. Move on. But this is what we want. This is what we always wanted. So let's embrace this.
Have you noticed the positive sides of it too? I mean, people wearing wigs to games. Like, I mean, it really has, like, the internet has that bad side.
Williams advocates for utilizing blocking features on social media platforms as the most effective method for managing unwanted interactions. Her philosophy emphasizes treating online spaces differently from real-world encounters, suggesting that users should readily remove toxic individuals from their digital experience. The player recommends periodic cleanup of social media feeds, encouraging wholesale blocking of problematic accounts rather than attempting to engage with negative commentary. This strategy allows genuine supporters to maintain access while eliminating disruptive influences.
And if you want to make the argument, oh, you're not a real fan if you're not going to watch the Olympics, and I'm like, if you weren't going to go anyway, and I'm like, no, I watched every game. But at the end of the day, I am like, I would have gone out of my way. I didn't care enough to fly to a different country to watch them play.
Williams highlighted the distinction between constructive criticism and behavior that individuals would never exhibit during face-to-face interactions. Her perspective suggests that anonymous online hostility deserves immediate removal rather than thoughtful response. Early voting results reveal dramatic shifts in player popularity compared to previous seasons. The current tabulation system incorporates multiple components. Fan voting accounts for 50% of the final determination, while current players contribute 25% and media representatives provide the remaining 25%
to it, but it also brings like a lot of hope and, you know, community to people too.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even lean into the negative. So I literally just block people. Like, I promise you, like, if it seemed mixy to me, I press the block button. Like, I have people be like, why you block? I don't know. You said something that rubbed me wrong. But I always lean into the positive side of the internet and the fans. Like, none of that bothers me, bro, because it's not real. You don't know.
You guys can see right here from this.
Caitlin Clark currently leads all vote getters with approximately 515,000 fan votes, establishing a commanding position in the early returns. Angel Wilson follows closely with 4084,000 votes, while Aaliyah Boston occupies third place with 46,000 votes. Angel Wilson maintains strong support with 96,000 votes, followed by Kelsey Mitchell at 27,000. Paige Bokers, despite significant college basketball popularity, has accumulated 312,000 votes, suggesting her professional transition continues developing fan loyalty.
And if Caitlin goes to the World Cup, you better believe I'll be at every World Cup game I can be. Obviously, one of my best friends is getting married at the start of that tournament, but I'll be at the finals. Let's be real, the USA Women's are making the finals. I'll be at the finals. It's in Germany. Heck, I might be courtside at the finals. Like, it's one of those things. I might be freaking courtside at the finals. But yeah, like, that is how big Caitlin Clark is. Like, you can guarantee you they will say.
Perhaps the most discussed aspect of current voting involves Angel Reese's position, having dropped to approximately 73,000 votes. This total represents a significant decline from previous expectations and places her behind several less prominent players in the overall rankings. Sabrina Ionescu currently holds 75,000 votes, marginally ahead of Reese, despite different levels of media attention throughout the season. This gap has generated considerable discussion about shifting fan preferences and sustained interest levels.
Tweet that is currently on the screen. It says, as a reminder, all-star starters are determined by a combination of fan 50% vote and current player vote of 25% and 25% media vote. Now, that's one process in which it is determined to figure out all-stars, right? So it goes on to say head coaches then pick the 12 reserve players, the starters with the
WNBA employs a multi-stage selection process for all-star recognition. Initial starters emerge from the combined voting formula, while head coaches subsequently select 12 reserve players to complete rosters. The players receiving the highest fan vote totals gain drafting privileges for their respective teams. Special voting periods occasionally provide enhanced value, with certain days offering double vote opportunities. These promotional periods can significantly impact final tallies, particularly for players with organized fan campaigns supporting their candidacy.
They would have sold out every game if Caitlin Clark was there.
USA basketball left home, and it's not just me. The Washington Post calls it one of the worst decisions of the year, and there's no doubt about it. Horrible decision on every level, and because Will Bond, my buddy, college classmate, was saying, well, you just can't pick her because of bringing eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, they literally brought a shooting guard who couldn't walk. Like, even her own coach, even Chelsea Gray's own.
Current voting patterns reflect substantial changes in WNBA fan engagement compared to historical norms. The concentration of support around specific franchises and players suggests evolving audience demographics and interest patterns. Williams emphasized that increased attention, regardless of its nature, benefits the overall league development. Her perspective acknowledges that controversy and discussion generate visibility that women's professional basketball has historically struggled to achieve.
Most votes with the most fan votes then get to draft their respective teams. Early returns for All-Star fan voting are in. Now, I think the biggest question about it all is Angel Reese going to be an All-Star, bro? And I don't know. So I'm guessing these are the current votes that's in right now. Caitlin Clark is number one with 515,000.
Indiana Fever's dominance in voting reflects organized fan mobilization rather than individual player merit alone. The presence of multiple team members among top vote-getters demonstrates coordinated support efforts that extend beyond Clark's individual popularity. This phenomenon raises questions about balanced representation across the league, and whether concentrated fan bases might overshadow deserving players from less popular franchises. The voting system's design attempts to address such concerns through its multi-component structure,